Welcome to this week's Vitamin G. We're going to have a conversation about fury. We're also going to have a conversation about setting you free. Here's the topic. The topic is this word that starts with the letter F. No, it's not fuck. It's not fuck you. It's forgive you. Forgive you. Listen to the word. Forgive you. Now, I'm going to have you consider our principle is that forgiveness is the gateway to freedom. So we have two F words here. We have the word forgiveness and we have the F word of freedom. Freedom and forgiveness. Now, what does this word forgiveness mean? And how did it even come up? So I was sitting there studying inside one morning, my personal study, and I was having a conversation with myself and the voice about this idea of the stack and what it is that the stack can do and what can't it do and what power is available in it for me and you. And all of a sudden the word came to me. It was forgiveness. That one of the greatest gifts that the stack gives us is the ability to forgive. But what is this? What does this mean, this idea of forgiveness? It's about letting go. We've talked about this in a previous Vitamin G, this idea of letting go, but I'm talking about forgiveness of you. Forgiveness of what you've done. Forgiveness of what you've not done. Forgiveness also is a gateway to permission. Permission to be and to grow and to see what you couldn't grow, be, and see before. Let's face it, you make mistakes. I make mistakes. We make mistakes with ourselves. We make mistakes with our children, with our spouse, with our teams, with our clients, with our businesses, with God, with life as it is. And inside that place, we're left with the opposite of forgiveness. What is it? Guilt. What else is it? Shame. What else is it? A combination of guilt and shame blended together into a blanket of shilt. And inside of that, it compels us into a pit. And in that pit, we are not free. We are hostage inside of the pit of shit. And so we wake up with an opportunity every day. An opportunity to look at a new way of living. But that's going to require a forgiveness of the way we lived yesterday. It doesn't matter if yesterday was great and it was way up here or it was not so great and it was way down here. It's still going to require from you and I a decision, and inside that decision, a change in the eye of what we see as possible for ourselves. But you can't see what's possible for yourself in the future if you keep dragging the past into the present. If all of the past behaviors and actions and directions and obstacles and opportunities and all of the shit that you continue to feel guilty and feel shameful for, and the stuff that continues to drag like an anchor, holding and pulling it with you, as you continue to bring all of it with you, it's impossible for you to fly. You can't fly because you're weighted down by the opposite of freedom, which is incarceration. To be not free is to be a slave to the stories, a slave to the guilt, a slave to the shame, a slave to what you did, a slave to what other people have done to you. A slave in both directions, both what you've done and maybe what you should have done and what people did and what they should have done for you. And in this place is an opportunity to let go and an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to forgive. And so you sit in this situation inside of your stack every day. An opportunity to forgive and live a different way. An opportunity to forgive yourself of the shitty things you've done and said, of the things that ultimately put you to bed inside of your own head, put you in a place in which you were incarcerated in a way that you didn't want to be. But see, forgiveness becomes a gift that's just for me and for you and for everybody. Forgiveness is an opportunity for you to rise. And so my question for you is this: where in your eyes do you see that forgiveness itself is the gateway to freedom for you? Where are you currently bound down with guilt and shame about what you've done or with the game that you played, and you know it's time to set yourself free? Is that area inside of your body, being, balance, or business? And my second question with you inside of this idea of freedom as a gateway, or freedom is the opportunity found through the gateway of forgiveness. Who and what do you need to forgive today. My friends, that's all I got for you, and that brings a close to this week's Vitamin G.